Pode aumentar isso, pode pôr isso em construir.
Não dá, não.
Aumenta só apagar a luz.
Já está.
Depois como é que se vê?
Estão acende?
Não, está bom, está bom.
Espera aí,
Dá-me licença, fala para si.
Program is your holiday experience. And we go to Kevin from Harrow. Good morning, Kevin.
Can you turn the radio up?
liga duas vezes em cima.
I went to Greece.
Pausa.
Aquilo já estava maximizado.
Greece in August.
Não, mais. Isso é
I'd
outro.
just like to say we had a really disappointing holiday.
Why was that?
We got to go to this resort, but they changed it at the last minute, just before we left. I mean, they changed the resort. They never really told us why. Well, anyway, when we got there to the new place,
Epá, isso não se torna.
Não, grava.
yeah, well,
Quer mais alguma coisa?
Umas pipocas.
thank you. We're taking calls until 10 o'clock. This morning's program is your holiday experience. And we go to Kevin from Harrow. Good morning, Kevin.
Can you turn the radio up?
oh, I went to Greece in August with my wife. I'd just like to say we had a really disappointing holiday.
Why was that?
Well, we booked to go to this resort, but they changed it at the last minute, just before we left. I mean, they changed the resort. They never really told us why. Well, anyway, when we got there to the new place, it just wasn't what we were expecting at all.
Have you written in and complained to the tour company?
Yeah, well, we have. We haven't heard anything from them.
How long ago was that?
I don't know, 6 weeks? I was just wondering if other people have had anything like this happen to them.
Well, perhaps we'll hear from other callers if they've received similar treatment. What was the name of your holiday company?
Portrait Holidays.
Well, obviously, if you've a genuine complaint, then it's up to Portrait to give you some sort of satisfaction. Thank you, Kevin. 622-9999 is the number to call. Next, Harriet from Ealing after this.
Emerald Bay, the advanced database server
Switch it
technology
off,
for
please.
personal computers. Vital, non-vital.
Olha.
I've been looking for you. I've been on the phone, on the radio. Look at this. Yeah. Notice anything? Well, no. Should I? It's green. Yeah, well, I can see that. They asked for blue. Oh, yeah. On the order. But they always have green. Not this time. I'm sorry, love. Send it out to them. If they send it back, I'll do it again. They always have green, eh? Do it, Laurie. You'll be all right. I won't notice a difference.
Well, I could have. I've done.
Thank you, Harriet.
Not for the money, I mean 7p, but for the thought in this day and age.
Thank you, Harriet. Well, that's certainly a very touching story. John from Gerrard's Cross. Morning.
Morning. I'm phoning because I heard the comment from your caller in Harrow about his holiday, and because I have an interest in the tour operator concerned.
Well, what is your interest?
I'm the chief executive of Portrad.
Morning. Can you find Liz Shepherd for me straight away? You challenged me to go on the programme again next week.
To do what?
Explain what we've done for these people.
Kevin Blake. What did you say?
Well, I agreed. What else could I do?
What do you want me to do?
I want you to find out what happened. I want you to do it personally, because when I go on the radio, what I say has got to be absolutely right. No mistakes. Just put everything else back. I want you to do it because you'll get it right, okay?
By the end of the week.
Yes, Friday.
Hello. I'm Liz Shepherd.
Oh yes, we were expecting you. I'm afraid Dennis isn't here.
I only spoke to him a few moments ago. I said I was coming down.
He asked me to give you this. It's the file for the people you sent.
Mr. and Mrs. Blake.
This is their letter to us.
And their booking form.
Haven't we acknowledged their letter?
Yes, but you won't find a copy there, just a standard letter. They always go out the next day.
That's good. So, what happens then? It's 7, nearly 8 weeks since they wrote.
Well, they allocate the jobs to one of us and we process them.
Who's doing this job?
Beyond the cover. Jill.
So she'd know what was being done?
Yes, but she's away on holiday.
Who's looking after her work?
It depends. Because since Sophie's got she raised a query of operations about why the result was changed.
Where's the reply?
Well, that's the last thing in the file.
But she'll chase them when she gets back.
She should do, yes.
They don't seem to be on the phone. Okay, Stephanie, thanks for your help. I'm going to borrow this file for a few days. And perhaps you'll tell Dennis that I dropped by and that I'd like to speak to him soon.
Notes for my report for John Holloway. Went to customer services. No sign of Dennis Toft. Give the appearance of efficiency by sending out an acknowledgement within 24 hours. But where's the system to make sure every case gets followed up? And what about attitudes? Does no one care when the customer gets an answer?
Hello, Mrs. Blake?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Liz Shepherd from Portrait Holidays. I've been asked to look into your complaint about your holiday.
Yeah.
Yes. We're sorry you were unhappy, and I was hoping you could help me by telling me about it. What went wrong? Is it a good time now?
Because I've been on the radio.
That's why I'm involved, yes. Your destination was changed very late, I gather.
Yeah, just before we left. 3 days.
Was that what upset you?
We didn't have much choice. He'd not come in. It was just the place they sent us. It wasn't what we wanted.
Number 8.
Thanks.
I would come with you, but I've got 5 more stops to make.
It's all right, we'll manage.
They are expecting you. Oh, and if you've any problems, I'll be in the lounge at the Leander Palace every evening at 6.
Right, thanks.
Good luck.
Some stairs over there.
It's on 2 floors. What about this, eh?
Well, I'm not doing any cooking, nor are you. Bedroom's up there. Double bed and a bathroom.
There's a bathroom here as well.
Bloody hell.
I'm going to get washed up and just go.
Oh, what I fancy's a drink. Can't we get washed later, eh?
Yeah.
Excuse me, mate. Where's the bar?
It's that way, but it's closed. What? It's 11 o'clock closed. Everything's closed. That's great, that is.
What do we do now?
I've got some tea for you.
What about me? You know I don't drink whiskey.
I thought you wanted to get lost.
Yeah.
Meeting with Mrs. Blake, I believe we really did do our best for them. Haliora Bay is obviously a nice place, and I suspect it's more expensive than the original hotel, so the switch cost us money. Check that. But they wanted somewhere where they could have a good time, lots going on. It doesn't matter how good we think it is if it's not what they want. Why did no one find out? And what about Dennis Toft? Still haven't heard from him. Went to see Jim Lamb in operations. Why did the Blake's arrangements have to be changed at such short notice?
It's all in there if you want it. Personally, it gives me a headache.
This whole file is for the Anthers.
Yep.
It goes back as far as May.
Right. We had a contract with them for 45 rooms, right? Well, towards the end of the month, the resort manager telex me that the hotel had overbooked for August. Typical.
All 45 rooms.
Anyway, at least we had time to do something about it. I remember how it started. With a shambles. Where's Tom?
He's not back from lunch yet.
When he comes back, can you give him this? It's from Cynthia Athens.
Excuse me, do you think you can hang on a minute? 45 rooms.
Look, just tell Don to get on to it, okay? I've checked the PC and 10 have already been sold.
Do you want him to make offers?
Yeah, he can call Cynthia, see what she can come up with. Then call the agencies. Any problems, tell them to Cynthia, okay? And don't forget to tell them to put a lock in the other rooms.
Okay.
So as far as you were concerned, that was done.
Yeah.
And when did the Blakes come into it?
Well, after that. That's the whole point. Sometime in June. I mean, the whole thing should never have happened.
They went to the travel agent.
Yeah, they couldn't get through an agent.
I don't know, probably up the back somewhere. No, this is from the source.
You mean to say the booking was confirmed?
Afraid so. It wasn't the agency's fault. Our computer must have told them the rooms were still available. There were around 20 like that. Disaster.
But how could that possibly happen?
Well, unfortunately, and I've checked this, the person who was supposed to lock off the rooms didn't do it.
Why not?
Couldn't get to the bottom of it. Human error. It does happen.
What about Mr. and Mrs. Blake?
I know. They didn't like where they stayed. When these things happen, we find the best possible alternative. Happy customers. That's what we want.
But they weren't.
What else could I do?
Well, is there no other way we could have found out what they did want?
That's the agent's job. We just offer the best holiday we can.
Sorry, I've got Brenda from Alicante on the line.
They do an amazing job here under terrific pressure. And mistakes do happen. But spotting things like this can't just be left to luck. And what was it he said? That's the agent's job. We're just here to offer the best holiday we can. But we're responsible for what the agent does. We're responsible for everything that affects the customer's holiday. Must be. That's what they come to us for. And the cost. All those people running around because of a silly mistake.
Well, as I said, I am from Portrait, yes. But
as the agent, you did deal with them directly. Look, all I'm asking for is a few minutes of your time. Just a brief chat. Well, when you contacted us about the rooms not being available, we would have contacted the clients and offered them the alternative resort. Palais or a Bay. But Palais or a Bay wasn't in any of our brochures. And they said they did not know it wasn't our fault. Of course not. But how did you know what you were offering them? Well, we would have talked to your operations people. And they would have given you the details. Well, would they? Why didn't you talk to them about it? You mean our operations staff wouldn't have given you the details? They might have done. But they're not easy to deal with. Oh, the phone can just ring, and when you do get through, well, you might talk to someone helpful. But some of the people there, no offense, they don't seem to know what's going on. When you ask them to find out and ring you back, 10 to 1 they don't. So it goes on. Sorry, you did ask. Dear, it just gets worse and worse. The agency is our customer. We compete on the quality of our service. Why should they come to us if another company looks after them better? I don't wonder she didn't want to see me. And what about the Blakes? We're responsible for every link in the chain when it comes to making sure the holiday is right for them. We shouldn't be relying on the agent to ask us the right questions. What time is it now?
7.
Why don't we just go, Kev? She's not going to turn up.
Look, it was your idea to come here. I'm not leaving till we see her.
Yeah, Kev.
Right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes?
Well, we're staying at Palais or a Bay. You dropped us off there in the coach. Mr. and Mrs. Blake.
Oh, yes, of course, that's right. You enjoying your holiday?
Well, no. We wanted to have a word with you.
Of course, if there's anything I can do.
The wife's that way, right?
Shall I sit here?
Help yourself.
Hello.
Hello. We thought you weren't going to turn up.
I know, I'm really sorry. It's been one of those days.
Been waiting here for an hour.
Well, anyway, how can I help you?
Well, this place that we've been staying at, we're just not happy with it. Because we booked to go into this big hotel with lots going on. But that changed at the last minute, just before we left. And we wanted to know if we could change it somewhere else.
For the second week, we're here for 2 weeks.
Well, I don't know. It's difficult to change just like that. Everything's so booked up. I'm sorry, that'll be for me. I'd better just answer it. Then you can tell me what's wrong. And of course, I'll do everything I can to help. Won't be a minute. We were always so busy running around. I always tried to be there at 6, but, you know, we're always rushed off our feet at the resort. Just not enough people.
Understood.
I'll say.
What about the resort manager?
Cynthia.
Was she helpful, supportive?
She did try, but I don't think she got any help, really.
Who from?
Well, London. It was always do this, do that, changing the arrangements all the time, and they never told us why. I used to think that
Go on.
they just didn't care about us.
Got this in time.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, we're sold out of tents. We should be getting some more in next week. What was I saying?
They didn't care about you.
Yeah. We're always being told to care about the customer. Look after the client. But I used to think that the people back up the line should be looking after us. So then everyone's helping the next person along. I just used to feel so hopeless. We have tried to find somewhere else for you, but honestly, you'd be lucky to find a broom cupboard in August.
So that's it.
car free of charge,
Right.
so as you can get around.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be all right.
Yeah.
Well, when can we do that?
Well, now, come with me and we'll go into town and sort it out. You'll need your license.
Oh, send me wallet in the bag. Can you give it here? Cheers.
Jonathan, I told you how big.
Oh, right. So let's at home. Well, you can drive, Patsy.
No, I'm not driving.
Oh, come on.
No, Kevin, I'm not driving, not here.
Come on, Pat. If you don't do it, we're stuck in this dump. You get the car with your license and I'll drive.
Oh, no, I'm not letting you do that.
Yeah, get an eyeful, mate. It's the biggest thing that's happened here all week.
I am sorry. Could we have some money for taxis, do you think? Well, we can't authorise that here. It has to be done in London. Is that difficult? It is, actually. I don't think that's going to work. I must rush. I'm sorry.
Sally Hewitt, resort rep. Nice girl. Did her best to help. But who was helping her, training her, supporting her, giving her the resources to do the job? She was right. The people up the line should be helping her, so she can help the customer. We should treat her the way we would like her to treat the customer.
All right, so they had to wait. People do have to wait at this time of year. If we staffed up to handle every complaint within a week, we just have people sitting around in January doing nothing. We are running a business, you know.
Of course we are, Davis.
So what am I meant to do? I'm given my head cut, and it doesn't matter how many complaints there are. I just have to make the most of it. Of course, a lot of this is just own goals. Like, you know, this business of hotels cancelling on us. Why did they choose us, eh? Eh? Go on, tell me. Why did they choose us?
I don't know, Dennis.
Because
Why
we're
would
bloody terrible payers, that's why. Because they have to wait and wait and wait for the money. And you don't need the brains of Lloyd George to work out what that means, do you? What does it mean, eh? Go on, you tell me.
they're more likely to cancel our rooms?
Damn right. They cancel the rooms and operations run round in circles trying to sort it out, and they make mistakes. Then we run round in circles trying to sort out their mistakes.
It's unnecessary.
And expensive.
And our customers end up having a bad time.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
So, that was what happened to the Blakes.
Right. Well, what am I going to say?
John, this is very important. It has implications for the whole way we run the business. And I think we should talk about that first, and then what you say on the radio will come out of that. I just feel that finding out about something like this is a great opportunity to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Sure.
I started out thinking it was a problem of attitudes, people not being bothered. Most people want to do a good job. Everyone I talked to wanted to do a good job. So I went back to basics and asked this question. How do we make sure we can deliver a quality holiday to every customer, every time? That's what we're trying to do, isn't it? The first thing you have to know is, what is a quality holiday? And the answer is, giving the customer what he wants. We really tried with the Blades when we found out about the booking problem. We offered a very expensive upmarket solution. We thought we were offering a better holiday, but it wasn't what they wanted, and we didn't find out what they did want.
We just assumed that their idea of quality was the same as ours. So, quality is satisfying the customer. My second conclusion was that quality is total. What that means is that everyone in the business is responsible. With the Blakes, it was one clerical error, not locking off the rooms, which set off the whole chain of events. Anybody in this building can make a mistake that will ruin someone's holiday and our reputation. So everyone has got to work at getting everything right every time. Secondly, we are responsible for every aspect of the service. Everything that happens from when the customer first hears about the holiday to when he gets back after it. Every single thing.
Yes, but a lot of things are out of our control. Flight times, service in hotels, all sorts of things, especially in this business.
No, I think that's wrong. That's the wrong way to start. If we take responsibility for everything, there'll be a lot less things go wrong, and we'll have a real competitive advantage. And thirdly, quality never stops. We can't say, we've sorted that out, now let's get on to something else. It's just got to be worked out by everybody, all the time. So, quality is total. Quality saves money, because mistakes are so expensive. Just think of the people and the time and the effort and the expenditure. Putting right what should have been done right in the first place. And that's just one complaint. And finally...
So it's my fault.
Certainly your responsibility. Mine too.
We've always prided ourselves on providing quality holidays. Our people try very hard to do that. That's why I was so upset to hear about the way Mr. and Mrs. Blake were treated. And we've apologized to the Blakes and refunded part of the cost, and I very much hope they'll be coming on holiday with us again. One good thing about a customer complaint is it gives you a chance to talk to the customer and ask them what went wrong and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well, thank you, John. That's all we've got time for today. More calls after the break. High tech. It's micro tech. Computer training courses you've got to check.
Ken, what are you doing? That job's going to be done by lunchtime.
Yeah, I know.
Just checking the order.
Isto é um bocado antigo, mas sei trabalhar com aquilo tudo.
Diga?